All right. Good evening. It is at least in Las Vegas. It is October 9th, 2024. Welcome to the Captain Jack Rackham channel. Trying to give you guys all this content all the time. And today was an exciting day as Antonio Pierce, our head coach, finally announced that Aidan O'Connell will be our quarterback for the rest of the season. We're moving forward with Aidan, which, as you guys who have been listening to the show for a while, when I was hosting it, you guys all know that I love Aidan O'Connell. This is the move that I've always wanted. But to give us some perspective on all of it, I had to bring in an expert, guys, a man who is on like he's been on I think he's about to be like the Stephen A. Smith of Raider content, because this guy's on everyone's channel. And tonight he graces us on the Captain Jack channel. You guys got to subscribe to him. The Severe Raider. Welcome to the show, sir.
How's it going? How's it going, man? A pleasure to be here. Thank you for having me on.
Man, you are everywhere, by the way. I just got to say, like, seriously, man, you're like on Real Talk, Raider Nation, Paul, and Protect the Shield, my guy, Chris. I mean, I haven't, I got to give you a shout out for introducing me to Raider Alex. Right. I haven't spoken to Raider Alex yet, but I've been checking him out since we were on the show together and you talked about him. And I love this. I first of all, I don't know how he gets away with it, because I got busted for showing some boxing stuff last week. So I don't know how Raider Alex gets away with this NFL footage, but man, I like watching his stuff. He really breaks it down. So
he does.
Yeah, you're gonna have to teach me what because he's talking over it. But anyways, man, super excited when you heard the news. How'd you feel about it, or what were you thinking?
It was to be expected. I honestly, and I've said this before, and I've said this a few times, I was hoping it wouldn't be this week. I was hoping if we were going to do it, it'd be next week, just because the Steelers, they're such a good defense. They have a great pass rush. Our offensive line has struggled. Even with Gardner Minshew being a slightly more mobile guy, he's taken a lot of sacks. And Aidan is less mobile than him. And so I think, he's more susceptible to sacks even than Gardner is. And Cam Hayward, he destroys us every time he plays us. So I was saying, you know what? Hey, if we're going to throw somebody, throw Gardner back out there, let him get beat up, because even though the game is going to be in Allegiant, it's not going to be friendly confines. It's going to be probably 60-65% Steelers fans. And that's about what it was last year, I want to say, when we played in week 2. So give Aidan another week. And then at that time, maybe even at that juncture, we either have a Devontae trade consummated, and we have a guy back in return, or if Devontae is going to be part of the team, that gives him an extra week and he returns against a team like the Rams. Even though that's going to be an away game, that's going to be in LA. That's going to be probably
kind of a home game, right?
Kind of a home game at that point, and I think it's a little bit of a smoother opponent for him to get his first official start in. But I think it's a move that was we've seen Gardner, and it has been great, and it's mainly just been the turnovers more than anything. I can accept the guy missing throws on occasions, but when you're turning the ball over, that's something we just can't have. Just because if you just look at the yardage, like we're even with them. In just about every category. And we were pretty much neck and neck with them in most statistical categories. The one category we weren't was turnovers, and that was the difference in the game, basically.
Yeah, no, I'm glad you're bringing all these things up, like the Devontae Adams trade, which we'll get a chance to talk about too. And before I start shouting out the chat room, and I really appreciate you guys for being here tonight, I got to bring in another guest, and it's been a bit since the three of us have been together. Tonight's a special night because 2 of the 3 of us love Aidan O'Connell. so Captain Jack was like, you got to bring in the special guest. So here he is, RNJ, Raider Nation Jason. What is up, Raider Nation? Jason, RNJ in the house.
Salute, fellas. How we doing?
I'm feeling pretty good. I want to know how you're feeling now that we got our baby Kurt Warner at the helm.
Jason know damn well he better not call him Baby Kurt. He saw that last game. You know damn well he better not come and call him Baby Kurt.
You know, like AOC was put, you know, but first I gotta say that finally the AOC has come back to Allegiant. It's time. It's time.
I've the whole time.
We've heard the talk. We've heard that Minshew gave us the best chance to, you know, blah, blah, blah. Okay, but we all came full circle to where it was supposed to be. But, I mean, we had to see it. You know what I'm saying? There was money invested in Minshew, so we had to see it, and we saw – I mean, it was the ugliest version. It seems like everybody that comes to us, we get the ugliest version of their play. You know what I mean? And it's just sad. And Minshew was kind of, I mean, but we couldn't expect him to pick up this offense that quick. You know what I mean? Like, so it's a lot that goes into it. And as the O-line's gelling, if AOC does good, it's going to be because the line gave him time to kind of get the ball out. So there's a lot of, I don't know, we got some good things going, even though it doesn't look like it, but this could be the start of something good. But I mean, do we really want it to kind of go like last year where we get 7-8 wins and then we're still in the same place?
See, I'm glad you're bringing all of this up too. See, Jason's bringing up, you guys are all falling into my trap of content that we're going to talk about. You know, Severe brings up Adams. You're talking about, do we really want to win? Because I'm going to hold firm, gentlemen. I said it on Protect the Shield show. I said it on a bunch of all other shows. I said before the season started that we were going to win 10 games. We're going to go 10-7. I still believe we're going to win 10 games, and that might be enough to get us into playoff, although I reserve the right for that because some of these rookies, man, are crazy good right now. Like, I will be the first to admit that I was one of the people saying, man, you don't want to have a rookie quarterback because, you know, rookie quarterbacks, you never know what happens. And then Jaden Daniels is going crazy. Caleb Williams is finally looking like the way he's supposed to look. Bo Nix killed us, so I can't really say nothing about that. And, I mean, Jason, you picked them. I was trying to tell you not to pick them on the fantasy league, and you're like, nah, man, he's going to have a day.
I know my team too well.
Yeah, and you had that right. And then now Drake May, guys. Drake May's about to get started. I think he's about to ball out, man. These rookies.
That's my guy. I really
Drake May. Okay, all right.
You know what I mean?
But before we start getting into that, let me just say hello to everybody. LVR, that's Aussie Raider. Thank you. So Captain Jack, obviously he's in Kansas right now doing some stuff. This is a special show that we were doing. He didn't get a chance to do his on a Tuesday. So yeah, no. But thanks for being here tonight, Aussie. I appreciate you. We got Elite Super Fan, Rich McGee. Yeah, I believe Captain Jack Rich is still in Kansas City doing his thing. D Menace, always love having you on the show. Thank you. Yep, that's what we're talking about. Finally, that's I got some things to say about it, but I need Severe to calm me down. He's gotten several of those texts from me.
I've never look. I'm not even wearing a red hat. This is an all positive show today.
Okay.
I'm going to strictly, I'm just going to add realism to it.
Yes.
It's going to be all positive.
That's why.
There, right?
Yes, that's why I brought Severe, guys, because I don't want to take
vibes.
you to this. I don't want to take you to this rainbow road into a pot of gold with
so
baby Kurt Warner.
Baby Kurt, exactly. I'll tell you, baby. That is.
So yeah,
that's highly medicated. Okay, we'll come down from that. We're strictly all sober today.
Yeah, we could.
Hey, Diesel saying what's up? Thanks, Diesel. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Yeah, no. I mean, a lot of people have been wanting Aidan O'Connell. To start. Yeah. See. Yes, you guys are right. This is the show to come on if you've been wanting Aidan O'Connell this whole time. So I appreciate you guys. Oh, Speedy. Thanks, man. Speedy in the house. I appreciate you. Milk Breezy. Oh, okay. All right. Nice. Thank you. I appreciate you guys. So yeah, no, add to the comments and ask any questions to Severe, who I know you guys are so used to. He's literally like the Stephen A. Smith of the Raider content channels. This guy is everywhere, man. And I had to bring in my Shannon Sharp Raider Jason to kind of get everything put together. So first, let me say that I'm gonna stick, guys, with my whole baby Kurt. First of all, I got to give the credit to Raider Nation Jason. RNJ's the one who called him Baby Kurt first. And then I said, oh, you know what? I like that. He's Baby Kurt Warner. And I know that we do not have the greatest show on turf. But okay, but I know, Severe, you're going to pull us to reality. But I do want to say that this whole 5 weeks, I've been saying it's not like we don't have good offensive pieces. Yeah. We have and he's still like AP said today. Adams is a Raider. He's never not been a Raider. He's still a Raider right now. So he's just getting his hammy just a little hurt. He'll be back. So,
that was very coded language.
Well, yeah, but all right. So let's just and again, man, you got to pull me back down to earth. But if Vontae Adams was our Isaac Bruce, let's say, right, and Brock Bowers was our Torrey Holt, let's just say he was, right.
Ricky Pro. Ricky Pro.
Oh, Ricky Pro. Okay, thank you. You guys know
Tucker can be Oz Hakeem. Tucker is like Oz Hakeem.
Okay.
He had the drops. He had the drops too. He was fast, but he had the drops.
Okay. But you see what I mean, guys? Like, it's not like I've been saying, it's not like we don't have the pieces, but what we need is
you know who we don't have is by a long shot.
Kurt Warner.
All of our backs together. All of our backs together. We don't have
Marshall Faulk.
We don't have Marshall.
Oh yeah,
Faulk.
We don't got no Marshall Faulk.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie about that.
Marshall Faulk is special.
Marshall Faulk is special. But you know who else is special, which we might mention a little later, is Ashton Genty. Have you guys seen this guy from Boise State?
Yeah.
I'm about to watch his ass live on October 25th. Yeah. I'm gonna be at that UNLV game. And I'm rooting for UNLV, but I ain't lying, man. I'm there to see the show.
Man. He's been killing everybody, man.
That guy is crazy. So I could see him dropping to the Raiders first pick. I could see it happening. Or we could trade up for him, but he would be dope, man.
We gotta fix this line. That's the first thing we got to
Now, I'm glad you're bringing that up too, because again, like Severe said, he's not wearing the red hat. I love that black, silver and black Raider hat that he got on. It even looked like it got a championship.
Got the R. Yeah, got the R.
Might have a Lombardi trophy, but no. So here's what I'll say about the line. What I was saying was when I saw how good Glaze was in the beginning, like 5 weeks ago, I'm like, why don't we just start this guy? And why don't we go ahead and let Mumford get used to left tackle, because he's eventually going to end up being the left tackle anyways, which is, by the way, what he played back in college anyway. So why don't we just do that, right? So anyways, unfortunately, I was at the game, the opener. I was there, row 7, 50-yard line, beautiful seats. It was amazing. So when I was there and I saw how Mumford got hurt, I was like, damn, man. But then Glaze last minute kind of started showing what I was saying. Now, Jason, we get to see Glaze, who's our rookie 3rd-round pick, as a starting right tackle for 12 games. We're going to get, for the rest of the year, we get to see him get the work in, right? We're going to get to see Jackson Powers Johnson, who I still firmly believe will eventually be our center. We just got to figure out how to trade Andre James away at some point. He just needs to look good enough so that we can trade him for some. Right now, he looks like ass. I'm sorry, Andre James, if you listen, but it's just the truth, man. You're getting bullied, and it's not fair. But I wouldn't want Jackson Powers Johnson to be the center right now anyways, Jason, because that's a pretty tough position. That's like the quarterback of those guys. So it's good that he's the left guard. I'm going to hear what Severe's got to say about Dylan Parham and you too, Jason. But I think Colton Miller maybe will start to feel a little bit better because you know how like when you're the old guy and you need some youngins to kind of pick you up. I kind of think that's what's happening with the line now is where the young legs, like what they lack in experience, they can make up for in just pure grit. Like I saw Jackson Powers Johnson make some mistakes, but let's be honest, those were young. I want to hit someone mistake, not I don't want to get touched mistakes. So, but anyway, go ahead, Jason. Go ahead and say what you want to say about the line. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, man. I think this week more than any other week is going to be more. I mean, very important for our line to play well. They've been getting incrementally better. Colton Miller has been improving. People forget Colton Miller did not have an off season, right? So he's basically these first 4, 4 or 5 weeks of the season. That's essentially been like his training camp, his OTAs, and his preseason all combined. Except it all counts, right? It's all live action. We all get to see him working or knocking the rust off, right? He didn't get the benefit of being able to do that stuff, behind closed doors, against, friendlier competition against his own teammates. We've been watching it on national television, and he hasn't looked great. But every game he gets a little bit better. Jackson Powers Johnson out there, I think he's a big upgrade over Cody Whitehair. Parham, I think he's been our most consistent offensive lineman overall. Mumford is trash. I've been saying that since forever. He's not good. He's just not good. He's not a good player. He had one good game against Khalil Mack, and people just anointed him no, he's not a good player. He struggles with speed. Anytime you put anybody with any type of speed off the edge against him, they move past that man like he's standing still because he essentially is. And teams are going to exploit that all day. And, Cal Van Noy destroyed him, made him look like he needs to go back to Ohio State. So I was always hoping we would either upgrade the position at right tackle over Mumford, or just put Glaze out there, right? I think Glaze, he's having some growing pains. He's a rookie in NFL playing a difficult position, but I like some of the things I've seen from him, his awareness, his ability to move, especially in pass pro. He has good eyes at the position. So I just think that this game is going to be very important, though, because we all know that Aidan, he's not, for the most part, where Aidan's going to be at, right? He does his best to move, and he had some nice moments in the Broncos where he evaded some rushes. But even when he evades rushes, he doesn't move out of the way very fast. We saw him almost create his own safety because even though he was able to avoid the rush, he couldn't get outside quick enough to even get rid of the ball. So I think, and we're going against a defensive line here that is more experienced guys, more upper echelon guys. Cam Hayward, TJ Watt. I mean, those are two of the better defensive linemen in the league. So it's going to be imperative that we provide Aidan the protection he needs, because if we do not, it is going to be a long night for us and for him as well.
Now that's really, those are really good takes. And for a second there, I thought Red Hat Severe was starting to show up, and then he went right back down to reality Lombardi trophy Severe. It was fine. But Jason, what do you think of all of that? What Severe was saying?
I don't know. I was just thinking about, what we seen from Minshew's 5 games, right? And what we seen from AOC last year, right? Comparing AOC his rookie year and Minshew, his whatever 6 or whatever year it is for him. But who looked worse? AOC in his rookie year or Minshew this year?
Well, you already know what I'm gonna say, but we're trying to be positive, obviously, right? And we know what Aidan can do. What I'll say too is, again, it's I like how Severe early was using the boxing analogies of he could have had a softer opponent, blah blah blah. So the way I see it is, if I said, hey Severe, man, you got an opportunity to get this fight, it ain't much pay, but if you beat this dude, people can start looking at you like, oh, we might have something here. And I think that's the reason why, that's part of the reason why AP made the change this quick, because it's a home game. So if you're a real Raider fan, you're not going to be like buying a $300 ticket to go to the Raider game so you could boo Aidan O'Connell. You know what I'm saying? Like you're gonna support our guy, first of all. Secondly, and this is just me again with my little crazy little theories, but last week I'm texting Severe, and then Gardner Minshew threw the interception. I'm like, bro, he needs to make that change right now to Aidan O'Connell. And Severe's like, yeah, but he won't, you know. And Severe was right, like, you know, might be too soon. And then I wrote, well, if he's got the balls to do it, man, I sure would like to see it. And AP sat his ass down. He was like, that's it. You know, all you motherfuckers who've been telling me, you know, you guys are over, and that's it. I'm the head coach. Aidan, get your ass over there, because what is the truth for everybody in the chat who's listening? You know this to be true. The reason why AP got that job is because Aidan O'Connell saved his ass. True or false, everybody? True. So, you know, get your ass back, Aidan O'Connell, because I want to make sure I don't get Robert Solid up in this.
One time they listen to us. You know what I mean? One time they actually listen to us.
Now the other thing I'll say, Severe, because I want your thoughts on this, is in our guillotine league, we have them boys, which is Shep, right? So Shep, who's my friend in the Bay Area, but he's a huge Cowboys fan. He was like, you know, hoping that the Cowboys would win. The Cowboys won. But one of the things we noticed when we were watching that game together, me and Shep, is that TJ Watt, bro, looks kind of like he's in pain, man. That right tackle from Dallas was kind of giving it to him. So I started thinking, like, wait a minute.
Tyler Guyton.
DJ Glaze kind of a big boy. And just like in boxing, I don't need to necessarily knock you out, but if I neutralize your power, you might not get anything in on me. So what do you think about that, Severe? What do you think about the fact that this is a trap game for Pittsburgh, let's say, because they might be thinking we easy pickings, man, with their defense?
I mean, it's any given Sunday. You know, the Giants went out and beat the Seahawks. The Giants, without Malik Neighbors, who has been by far their best player, went out and beat a pretty good Seahawks team, or what people, you know, perceive to be a pretty good Seahawks team. So it's any given Sunday. It's just in terms of the Cowboys right tackle, I believe it's Tyler Guyton still. He's a guy who pre-draft was saying he's one of the better prospects. I think people were sleeping on him. Just his size and his mobility at the position. Comes from a pretty good school. You know, like so Trent Williams came to, like, you know, he's a guy that's pretty good pedigree to be pretty good company. So I wouldn't compare DJ Glaze to him. Just I think they're different levels. I think Tyler Guyton was a guy that was, you know, in any other draft, I think he would have been worthy of a first round, of a pretty early first round pick, like in the 20s. I think, you know, all the quarterbacks being drafted that early kind of pushed him down a little bit. But so I wouldn't compare it to that level. I think that DJ Glaze is going to have a rough go of it, and I know Andre James is going to have a rough go of it. So if we want to protect Gardner Minshew, it's going to be imperative that we get the ball out of his hands quickly.
Well, JPJ and Glaze, right? You know, and like you said, Severe, get the ball out of the hands quickly. Speaking of quick, all the way from Australia, AR's got to join us. Alpha Raider, welcome to the show. Thank you. Thank you.
Am I number 3-1 now? I believe him. Is this
we're gonna find out. So Alpha, when we started this show, where Severe and I are hosting the Captain Jack Rackham channel, for all of you guys who are watching. Again, Captain Jack, he's in Kansas right now. He'll be back tomorrow night. Severe, check him out on the Severe Raider YouTube channel, and then we got Raider Nation Jason on the Raider Nation Jason channel, and now we got Mr. Alpha Raider, who's gonna tell us how he truly feels about Aidan O'Connell being our quarterback.
See what he got. Let's see what he can do. I mean, he was. Look, I'll go back to last season. we drafted him to be a developmental guy who was supposed to sit. You know what I mean? Like through circumstances he started, and I believe he did reasonably well with all things considered. You know what I mean? Like he was thrust into a position he wasn't supposed to be in under an offensive coordinator who wasn't supposed to be an offensive coordinator. He was supposed to be a quarterback's coach. But that was after the whole mess that was the Josh McDaniels situation. But anyways, that's history. I'm focused on now. He didn't win the starting job per se or whatever it was. Neither of them, in my personal opinion, if I'm going to be honest, won the job outright, which was very disappointing and a red flag for me. But for me, it's just a case of, look, whoever they run with, I'm going to support 100%, unequivocally. You know what I mean? I'm not going to wish for one quarterback's downfall just because I believe this guy was a guy, but they started this guy, and I can come out on a live and say, I told you so. You know what I'm saying? That's not me. So Gardner Minshew, they swung with him. He wasn't getting the job done. Now it's AOC's turn to see what he can do. I got to be honest, like neither of these guys are the guy I believe is the guy's going to take us into the future. Maybe more so Aidan O'Connell might have the credentials. We will find out. But like my gut's telling me that it's neither of these two guys, and we will see. But like, you know, it's AOC's chance. It's AOC's time. Let's see what he can do in the Luke Getsy system. I'm going to support him, but I'm just going to stay in wait and see mode. Remember I said transplant before the season. I shared the panel with you that whoever is the guy who wins the job, I just hope that they're the guy, not just for a short time, not just for a good time, but for a long time. Remember I said that?
Yes, sir. I totally remember that.
What I said, and that's what brings me to why I said what I said. Neither of these two guys are the guy I believe are the long-term answer. But if someone's got a better chance, maybe it's AOC, and he's going to get his chance to prove it now. So at the very floor, we know he's a decent backup or a guy who can start in a pinch. Yeah. But let's see what he can do. It's AOC time.
Yeah, man. I think, you know, I'm right there with him. Like, I've said it before. I'll say it again. I don't care if Aidan O'Connell balls out the rest of the season. I'm still drafting a quarterback early next year. I don't care if AOC falls flat on his face and Gardner comes in and balls out the rest of the season. I'm still drafting a quarterback. My number one quarterback last year was CJ Stroud. I told everybody he's going to be better than Bryce Young. A lot of people didn't believe me. CJ Stroud was MVP candidate, and, you know, he led his team to won a playoff game. I said this year, early in the college season, Jaden Daniels. Everybody was talking about Caleb Williams. I said Jaden Daniels is the best quarterback in college football. A lot of people didn't get hip to it early, and then late, you know, he was a Heisman. He's in the Heisman contention. He was behind Bo Nix and Michael Penix. Said he's better than both of them, and then he won a Heisman. And then everybody saying, "Oh, he's going to be a late round guy. He's a second round guy. Look how skinny he is." I was like, he's the best quarterback in this draft. And he end up going number 2 overall. And now, guess what? He's an MVP candidate, and Washington Commanders are one of the better teams.
Yeah, we all wanted Jaden. He was priced out.
He was priced out. Yeah, he was priced out.
He was priced out. Plus, Washington like needing a quarterback for the longest time. So
no, I'm glad there's no way we're gonna get Jaden. I mean, I had Jaden 1. I had Michael Penix 2. I even had Michael Penix over Caleb Williams for a few reasons. But
severe for this year, and on the Rich Eisen show, I saw Bruce Feldman talking about some of the quarterbacks that might go this year. Mm-hmm. And I know we saw Mark Davis shaking hands and all dubbing up Shedeur Sanders at the Aces game, which, by the way, sadly, Aces are already eliminated. Yeah, but yeah, you know, he's dubbing him up. Hey, man, welcome home, or whatever that was, whatever tampering that might have been before the draft. Let's say we go draft a quarterback in the first and we get picks to trade up or whatever. Who are you even seeing, man? Are you seeing anyone that's really going to be better than I'm going to be the guy that keeps saying it on tonight's show. Anybody you're really seeing that's going to be better than baby Kurt Warner?
Man.
Hang on a second. Who are you calling baby Kurt Warner?
They call Aidan O'Connell.
Are we really giving these guys nicknames before they earned it? Come on.
Raider Nation Jason was doing a show. We were talking about all of Aidan's stats in college, all the different things he produces, all the reasons why we like them. You know,
Kurt
and again, man,
groceries. Kurt
yeah,
was bagging groceries before he even got to the, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
To
but
the
that's
right.
a
team.
very
And yeah,
special, it was a very
and
special
that's why we were
situation.
saying that he or it was Raider Nation Jason came up with the name that he's Baby Kurt, and I was like, I like that. I'm gonna stick to it because there's nothing that was ever given to Aidan O'Connell. Nobody ever gave him anything. It's always like, oh man, that guy's kind of tall and lanky. He's kind of slow. I don't know about that mustache. He's not a real quarterback. He kind of quiet. And every time, dude, he fought all his way up to taking Purdue to bowl games. Stu could back me up on this because that's one of Stu's guys. Obviously, the Purdue
He's a
connection.
Boilermaker. He's a Boilermaker.
But even Stu showed me why all the reasons why he thinks that Aidan is an NFL quarterback. You just got to give him a chance, and that's all. So I'm calling him Baby Kurt, and I still say we're going to win 10 games. I still say 10-7, but Severe. I digress, sir. I go back to my original question of
he's prepubescent Chad Pennington. He's not Baby Kurt Warner.
That's what Severe called him on that show. If Severe was on the show, Severe called him Chad Pennington.
That's fair comparison. Very fair.
Okay, all right, sure. We'll see. But Severe, which college quarterbacks in 2025 to the draft are you looking at for the Raiders to even have a chance to get?
The first one, I mean, I'm not too keen on Shador. It's not necessarily just not his play necessarily, it's just all the stuff that comes with the Shador. The last thing this team needs is like more distractions, like more of the ancillary outside stuff coming in. So I'm saying, I mean, the guys I'm looking at is Cam Ward, number one. Another guy I'm looking at is Jackson Dart. It's another guy. He plays for Ole Miss. Ironically, he plays for Lane Kiffin right now. So those are two guys I really got my eye on. I know a lot of people like Drew Allard. I'm not big on Drew Allard. I'm really not big on Carson Beck. I know a lot of people like Carson Beck. I'm really not that big.
No, man. Brock Bowers made Carson Beck look better than what he is.
What about Cam Ward? Did you mention Cam Ward?
Yeah, Cam Ward. Yeah, Cam Ward was number one. Jackson Dart is number two. Those are two guys I'm looking at. I want to see the progression of Jalen Milroe. I know he has Kalen DeBoer. Kalen DeBoer is a guy that had Michael Penix. Took Michael Penix. He had Michael Penix in Indiana, and when Kalen DeBoer got the job in Washington, he brought Michael Penix over with him in Washington. And Michael Penix was kind of a ball of clay with a whole bunch of arm talent, and athleticism. Jalen Milroe is kind of the same thing. Now he's not going to have quite the same amount of time with them as he had with Michael Penix to kind of mold him and turn him into a better passer. So, it'd be interesting to see where Jalen Milroe looks, from where he was last year to where he started out this year to where he finishes the year. But he's a guy that has,
he's fast.
You talk about toolsy. That guy is toolsy. He has a crazy strong arm. He's super athletic.
He's like Joe Milton times 100, man.
Yeah, he has tools, but the dangerous things about tools is that he's lacking a lot of the technical aspects of playing a position. So the Raiders aren't necessarily in a position where they can really wait for a young guy to develop. So it'll be kind of hard to take him, especially as early as we would need to draft him. So, but like Cam Ward and Jackson Dart are two guys that I really got my eye on right now.
Now, see, I'm glad you brought that up. And before I go on with this point, when you bring those names up, and again, this is why you guys should be paying attention to Severe Raider on Severe Raider as YouTube channel, because he gets all of this info out, right? Before I go with my point here, shout out to Hollywood Raider. Hollywood Raider was on TV, I think it was this week, at our Vegas local channel with Raider Puppet, and they were talking about his stuff. But Hollywood Raider is doing a ton of community stuff here in Las Vegas. He just moved here a few months ago. I was one of the first people to see his beautiful house, so thank you for inviting me there. It's an amazing house. So Afkasi, Severe, when you guys come here, you got to try to hook up with Hollywood Raider, man. He's very cool host. Him and his wife Anna, pretty awesome people.
That's dope.
Absolutely love it. So, but no, what I was gonna say is, all those names that you just said is like the same type of stuff we went with last year, and everybody kept saying, I don't want to give up 3 firsts. I don't want to give up 3 firsts. So Severe, would you have given up 3 firsts for Jaden Daniels?
Yes.
Okay. So does that mean you're willing to give up 3 firsts for Cam Ward?
I don't think anybody in this class is as talented as Jaden Daniels. And so I don't think anybody could. But I think all those guys that I just named would think they'll start in the league day one and be better than Aidan O'Connell. So that's but I'm not giving up 3 firsts for those. I mean, like this a situation where one of those guys falls to us. Jackson Dart will fall to us for sure. Like Jackson Dart, most people right now have him as like high 2nd round pick. So he'll fall to us for sure. He might sneak into the back end of the first just because he has a lot of arm talent. He's putting up insane numbers, but part of that is because he plays in a very kind of a gimmicky offense. So he's gonna put up numbers, but yeah, those other guys will probably have to, especially like Shador or Cam, where we're gonna have to. Well, actually, as bad as this team is, we may not have to trade anything. We might be right in the thick of it for a top 5 quarterback. So, we might not have to make any moves at all because we've been.
And see, I'm glad you said that too. You keep falling into all of these little pitfalls, little traps that I'm saying. No. So I still, again, and maybe you can back me up a little bit, Jason, but I still am a firm believer that we're gonna win 10 games because Aidan O'Connell is gonna deliver the ball. That's all we really want. That's what a quarterback's supposed to do. Quarterback's not supposed to be running around and making extended plays, and it's nice to have it, right? But it's kind of like if you got a really nice car, it's nice to have extra stuff on the car, but the first thing you want for the car to do is to work. You want it to work. And Aidan O'Connell as a car does work. And what proves that point? I'm not saying it out of thin air. I'm not saying, like when we're saying, oh, Cam Ward or Shador Sanders or whoever, none of those people have played in the NFL. I have, however, seen Aidan O'Connell play in the NFL, and he was the 2nd best rookie quarterback in 2023. I know y'all are going to say a whole bunch of caveats behind that, but I don't care. Stats are stats. And the stats say
that's like being the second best of the 3 Stooges. Like I'm the second smartest 3. The only 3 guys played, and the other 2 were terrible. So it's like, what do you think?
No, okay. But Jason, can you back me up a little bit on Baby Kurt here? I mean, do you believe we're gonna have such a bad record with Baby Kurt Warner that we're gonna end up having a first 5 pick, or are you a little closer to my idea that I'm saying worst case scenario with Baby Kurt Warner's will go 8 and 9. That's my worst case scenario with Baby Kurt. Best case scenario with Baby Kurt is we go 10 and 7. That's just me though, because I don't think nobody's laying down. That's all I'm saying. But go ahead, Jason. Talk to me, baby.
I'm gonna be completely honest, man. Like, we do a lot of hoping and wishing for our team to do great things. Like we have bigger expectations than, than we really possibly should have. Because of course, like the goal for this year was to, in a sense, get the kinks out, figure it out, everyone to gel together, figure out if AOC was the guy, figure out what we had. And it kind of, this season went crazy because it was kind of like I expected AOC kind of to get the start. If he didn't do well, then we could go to Minshew. And it kind of, I think it threw off a little bit kind of everything. Because look, have you seen the Devontae news lately about all of a sudden he's getting healthy now?
Yeah.
I mean, what I'm saying? Like,
talk
just
about that too, but yeah.
You could see just how, because I mean, I think everyone's gonna try to be behind Minshew, of course, because he's the guy. So okay, of course, it doesn't matter, as long as you just win. You know what I'm saying? But things were a little off. That's why I felt like that move was somebody else. Somebody made that call.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I don't think that was a call that was like Pierce didn't make that call. That was one of those things that, okay, hey, you want us to go with Minshew for sure. Well, let's do it. Because I think it was a money thing, and it was, they thought it was going to be something that it was not. And what we seen, because it was kind of like, okay, we seen AOC, let's see Minshew. You know what I'm saying? So it gave really and did you catch that in Pierce's last thing where he said it was a competition? We gave Minshew these 5 games, and we gave Aidan last year. So it's still, they tried to clean it up like it was still a competition. Like, to kind of save face for yanking Minshew right now. You know what I mean? So it's a deal like, and I don't even think just the simple switch of AOC and Minshew is gonna do it, because like how we pretty much reacted after that interception was early, and we still didn't recover. You know what I'm saying? Like our problems are bigger. Yes, quarterback is a big issue, but we got way more issues than just the quarterback. Because I mean, AOC is not going to come in and be Superman and change the game, but I think he does give us a better chance, because he's not going to lollygag with the ball. He's going to get it out of his hands, and that's for the most part what we need him to do. But the mobility part is kind of crazy, because he doesn't. I feel like
he escaped, man. He was in that end zone. He escaped.
One thing that frustrates me is when he takes sacks and takes us out of, because everything we do, we have to work harder than every other team, it seems like, to get a simple field goal. And sometimes that doesn't even go our way. So it's like, that's why with Minshew, a turnover every game, at least he had an interception or a fumble or a sideways, you know what I mean? And it's like, we can't, our team, you guys know, our team is not good enough to turn over the ball like that and expect to win. We have to do every single thing right. And we don't even have a real running game. It's starting to kind of come together as we kind of piece this line. And that's what AOC had last year. He had a decent running game because we still had Josh. We still had pieces here and there.
No.
You know what I mean?
Go ahead, Severe. Go ahead.
Now, when AOC had his success, part of the reason why AOC and the game everybody points to is, he beat the Chiefs. AOC didn't complete a pass for 3/4 of that game. That was Zamir White. Zamir White beat the Chiefs and our defense that scored twice. So Pete, that's the game everybody points to. And so like y'all gonna make why are you doing this to me, Jason? Okay, it's supposed to be all positivity, and rainbows and sunshine.
Hey, Severe, I'm with you, man. I'm with you with everything. Like
it's real. Hey,
look. So put like this, right? AOC, we've seen Aidan O'Connell play 3/4 this year, right? 3/4, right? So we saw the Panthers game.
But to be fair, he hasn't started. Can we? He hasn't
started. Right.
I just want to put that out there before you do this. The caveat to this is when you are a backup, they didn't game plan with you all week. You didn't throw with the first. But
the defense didn't play game plan against you.
Off all week.
But the defense didn't game plan against you though. The defense didn't game plan against you. So oftentimes we see when backups come in, they have some success because the game plan the defense was running is not a game plan geared toward the backup quarterback, right? So and usually the backup quarterback is supposed to be the much less talented quarterback. But in this situation, both these guys are about even. So if you already have that advantage of not having a defense game planning for you, and your skill set is about even with the other guy, you would assume that you would have more success than the quarterback, at least in those particular situations. So we saw him coming against the Panthers, right? And what did he do when he got near the goal line? He damn near threw an interception. It's almost intercepted by two guys. The linebacker dropped it. And if the linebacker hadn't dropped it, the DB was going to pick it, and that was going to go for 6, right?
But now that interception you're talking about, though, I
dropped it.
I just want to throw the caveats out there. To be fair, was that a catchable ball by Brock Bowers?
No. I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about the Panthers game. No, I'm talking about the Panthers game.
Okay.
I'm talking about
I was there for the Panthers game. I saw that.
Yeah.
I saw
the guy dropped an easy pick. And if he hadn't dropped it, the DB was going to pick it and take it to the house. So let's wipe that off. That was garbage time. The game was already over. We care about that, right? That was like empty
and he
calorie.
Scored a touchdown with Trey Tucker, but
that was empty calorie. That was empty calorie stat time. That was empty calorie stat time. Come on.
Can I ask a question when you finish that, Silvio?
Yeah. So I'll let AR go into. So that's empty calorie stat time. So then he gets in this game, right? He gets in a little bit after halftime. It's a 10-point game. So and all I keep hearing is that everybody on the team knows Aidan O'Connell was a better player. Everybody feels, if we would have had him, we would have been winning. So when he gets into the game, it's only a 10-point game at that point, right? You would expect there to be some infusion of energy because, the team was supposed to be dejected with Gardner Minshew. What does Aidan O'Connell do on his 4th pass of the game? Throws the interception. His 4th pass of the game. I don't care who. You thought that was a bad pass. That was a
No,
bad
but
pass.
was it though?
Yes,
but
he
was
shouldn't have
it?
thrown.
He tried to
Yes, it was. It was a
No,
bad
no,
pass
no.
that he shouldn't have
Was
thrown.
it, Jason? Was it a bad
You're
pass?
throwing-
Because
It was a bad pass.
what Gardner Minshew did was way overthrow
Yeah.
and threw it to Patrick Surtain.
But look,
What Aidan did is he gave Brock Bowers a chance.
I can add caveats to that interception too. First of all, he was rolling to his left. He's a right-handed thrower. He had a defensive tackle on his face. So not only does he have to turn his hips and turn his shoulder to throw, but he's running to his left, trying to throw with his right hand. So, but there's no excuses for an interception. The interception is an interception. The bad throw is a bad throw, right? So that was a bad throw. And what Aidan O'Connell did as soon as he got in the game was a bad throw. He also had 2 other turnover-worthy plays in that game as well. So then he almost created his own safety. Then he almost ran into another sack in the end zone because he's in shotgun at the 5-yard line, and for some reason he retreats backwards into the end zone. So
he also made a hell of a throw to Michael to Jacoby Myers.
The play to Jacoby. That wasn't a great throw. Jacoby made a great play on a bad throw. So don't. So don't have me start nitpicking every single thing, right?
I'm just saying he escaped the sack. And he threw it in a spot that Jacoby could get it.
And Jacoby made an amazing play. That was a Jacoby play. That wasn't Aidan throwing a dot. That was Jacoby making an incredible play. But I don't want to nitpick it because like I said, we can nitpick. I can go through every single thing that Gardner's done wrong. I can go through everything. I guess it's nowhere, right? But it's just that I don't like when people have these narratives out there that aren't true. Like there's this narrative out there that, Aidan O'Connell is some fast, some quick trigger guy, right? If you look at the advanced statistics, there's a statistics called time to throw. Time to throw is from the time you get the ball from the center, from the time you either release the ball or you're sacked. Aidan O'Connell is at 2.4 seconds. Gardner Minshew is at 2.3 seconds. So this narrative that Gardner Minshew is some hold the ball, and if you look at all qualified starters, Gardner Minshew is about middle of the pack. Aidan O'Connell is about middle of the pack. So there's these narratives out there that people have, and they just need to be dispelled because they're not true. They're not true. Now, does Gardner have some things he does better than Aidan? Yes. Does Aidan have some things he does better than Gardner? Yes. Do I think they went into this year, the Raiders went into this year wanting Aidan O'Connell to be the starter? Yes. I think every time you hear AP say, when are you going to name a starting quarterback? When a guy takes the job, when a guy runs away with the job. And he was saying it to us, but he was saying that to Aidan. He wanted Aidan to win the job. That's you want to dance with the person you came with.
And neither of them ran away with the job, right?
Neither one of them did. Neither one of them did. And neither one of them did. And I think that if you look at everything, I think Minshew maybe run it by your nose. And so that's why they decided to go with Minshew. And to the point that, they forced Gardner Minshew on Antonio Pierce. Antonio Pierce doesn't strike me as the type of person who's going to say, hey, you know what? This is who you're starting on your football team that's going to control your record and your job security going forward. I think that was an Antonio Pierce decision, and I think this is an Antonio Pierce decision as well. He said, you know what? We tried that guy. I thought he was the better guy. He clearly didn't get the job done, and now we're going to go with this guy, and we're going to hope. But he didn't even commit to him for the rest of the year. They said, is this for the rest of the year? He said, this is until I have to make another change. So he wasn't.
I watched the press conference. He said
this is until I have to make another cheer. He said this is until I have to make another change, or until I see it, until I think I need another make a change. He said something to that effect. BDC used the word until. It wasn't. It was very non-committal. It was very non-committal, and which that's what I do not want. I want it to be a situation where if Aidan O'Connell is going to be the guy, hey Aidan, you are my starter for the rest of the year. That way, Aidan can play as free and relaxed as possible, and not every time he makes an errant throw or every time he takes a sack or if he ever has a turnover, he's looking to the sideline to see if he's going to get a quick hook. Like, that's not the situation I want a young quarterback in the league. Even though he's 26, he's still young in the league. I don't want anybody playing under their circumstances because that's not conducive to anybody's success. When you play like that, that's when you start playing tight, and that's when you start making mistakes. I'd rather him just feel that, you know what, this is mine for the rest of the year. I can go through these growing pains or go through whatever it's going to take early on, and I don't have to worry about my head coach saying, you know what, hey, we need to win this game. I'm giving you the I'm sending you down rather.
Can I ask
What's
that
great?
question?
Go ahead, Alpacasi. Go ahead.
Jason, you go ahead, man. If you got something to say on that, then.
No, it's nothing crazy. No, good.
I was just gonna say, look, I think we've ascertained like what side of the fence we're on when it comes to the future for AOC, whether we think he's the guy or not. So I'm gonna shift focus to something you were saying, Severe, that like the quarterback position is not our only problem, which is not. And I'm gonna bring up another problem which goes hand in hand to helping the QB play. Can you guys guess what that is?
O-line?
What's our other problem? The run game, or lack thereof. This has been the most underwhelming run game we've had. You know, in my time as a Raider fan, like we've been blessed since the turn of the millennium of having somebody in the door that we could be confident in to run the rock as our feature back. You know what I mean? Like you look at all the names that we've had in previous years since the turn of the millennium. You know, Charlie Gardner, Napoleon Coffin, Tyrone Wheatley, Lamont Jordan, Justin Fargas, Darren McFadden, Michael Bush, Latavius Murray, Josh Jacobs. Did I say Latavius Murray? Maybe not.
Yes,
Marshawn Lynch, even though he was past his prime, but it goes to my point. We went into this season banking on Zamir White to be the guy, and he's proven he just ain't the guy. Alexander Madison has been a little bit better, but even he's not really the guy that's really thrilling me to bits, if I'm going to be honest. Like he's the best of the bunch, but it's like, you know what I mean? So that brings me back to the run game. Can we get this going? Like what's Pittsburgh's run defense like? Where are they ranked?
Anyone? Go ahead, Severe.
I don't know. I haven't looked at it yet.
Well, all I know is that Rico Dowdle tore their asses up.
Yeah, they did. I know. Yeah, he had a pretty good game.
And they're pretty tired and banged up. So I think Alexander Madison, Jason, for your guillotine league guy, I think Alexander Madison's going to have a hell of a game based on what I saw Rico Dowdle do.
Hey, you see who my quarterback is now, right?
Yeah, I saw.
I know my team, bro. Justin Fields is going to go crazy. 8 touchdowns.
Yeah. Well, we'll see.
Because we don't do well with quarterbacks that run around. You know what I mean? For some reason,
we did pretty good against Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, I know, but
that's right. That's right.
So
that's one of the best running quarterbacks. We did pretty well against Lamar.
So the Steelers are fifth. Yeah. Steelers are fifth in rush defense.
Fifth against the run. Okay, so there's
91.2 yards a game.
Okay, so that's not good for us, and that goes hand in hand with Aidan O'Connell. That's gonna. I mean, it was if we could have sustained a run game earlier in the season, that would have put less pressure on our quarterback and our receivers or whatever to make a play. You know what I'm saying? Like the lack thereof is putting more pressure than what's ideal. And here we are with a new quarterback, you know, I don't know, like it's another thing that I think hinders our quarterback play is that the lack of run game is really hurting us. It's hurting us bad.
No, and you know what?
I fear that the running back room was before the season. I wasn't sold on it being sustainable, and unfortunately, it seems to be the case so far. I mean, we're banking on Alexander Madison, who I like, but I'm not as confident as like all those names in previous years. I liked better than all these guys.
I was gonna say, Troy Hambrick and Lamont Jordan were the worst, I think, running backs that I can remember. Like Troy Hambrick for sure, he was terrible. You know what I mean?
I didn't bring up Troy Hambrick, but you know, I stand by what I said. I would take every running back room almost to my recollection, or at least when I started being a fan was 2009, and I would take every running back class that we've had in that time to now than this one until proven otherwise.
Right now, and again, can I just say this, Severe? Like it, and I've watched, you know, a lot of the different shows too, and it is easy, ladies and gentlemen, to go down this rabbit hole of, based on what we did in the last, and everything you're saying, Alfakasi, is 100% true. I'm not gonna try to sugarcoat it like we somehow addressed with money our run. I wanted us to re-sign Josh Jacobs or just hold on to him. That I was saying that on the show all the time, but whatever. It doesn't matter. Okay. The whole reason why I wanted to do this show with Severe too, to bring me back down to earth, is I'm Mr. Positive, man. You're not going to bring me down. Like, you're just not, because every single thing, statistics, blah, blah, blah. I just saw Rico Dowdle score almost 30 points on fantasy against those same Steelers, who's number 5 on defense. And I believe Alexander Madison could do the same to them because Aidan doesn't throw as many picks as Dak Prescott would do. So that's number 1. Number 2, again, I just think that there's this thing that happens when a locker room feels a little bit more galvanized. And I know there's been a lot of drama, but when you got Devontae Adams all of a sudden even saying, wait a minute, my hamstring feeling a little bit better. I think I can go out there soon, coach. Right? Yeah. I'm just going to throw it out there that I think that Devontae's basic silent protest was whoever was telling AP to go ahead and start Gardner Minshew over Aidan when AP didn't want that. I believe AP really wanted, to go with the guy that got him the job, right? Then AP finally got to walk in the room off Kasi and go, see, now it's my turn to tell y'all what to do. We're 2-3. Now we're going to do it my way. AP says it's Aidan O'Connell. Now, then he probably grabbed Aidan O'Connell and said, listen to me, boy. You did good. You did all right last year for me, but you got to do better, right? And then now Aidan's out there. So I have this feeling that Jacoby Myers, who, by the way, I had as my wide receiver 2 in fantasy last year, and I even did a whole rant about how Devontae Adams was just garbage. If you want him for fantasy, you could have him because he was terrible last year. And it's because there's this magical chemistry between Jacoby, who you saw on that catch, and Aidan. Also, there is this awesome chemistry between Aidan O'Connell and Trey Tucker. And now with Brock Bowers there, man, I just feel like Aidan's got weapons to throw to quickly. And I feel like JPJ and Glaze is going to step up their game with their youth, right? To give them at least a little bit of time, give them a little time to throw it. So I'm staying positive, and I'm saying, in fact, I might even say the score. We're going to beat the Pittsburgh Steelers 24-17. I think we're going to keep. I think as depleted as our defense feels, I feel like Nesta Jade's going to step up and do some job. My man Tyree Wilson's probably finally going to show us why he was worth the 7th pick, and we're going to do it, Jason. And you're going to be wrong, man, for having Justin Fields on the Guillotine League. You better hope Bo Nix does better. Justin Fields
Angelo, I love your fire, bro. Like, I don't know if it's just this season or it's just like the wear and tear of just how this thing is going. We've had such high expectations and have just been let down. You know what I mean? But this is the type of game that we win. You know what I mean? We bombed last week with Denver, and then of course we beat the Steelers. That's just how it goes. You know what I mean? So I'm ready for it, man. Let's get this dub. Let's get this.
There we go. There we go. So, Severe, let's get back to the rainbow.
Get back to it. Let's get back to it. Man.
Look, none of us in this. As bad as we, whatever you're feeling about how bad our running game is, our O-line needs help. Coons is injured. Epps is injured. I mean, Wilkins is injured. Right? We're all depleted. Blah blah blah. Tell me, how are we going to win this game coming up on Sunday? I told you my theory on why we're going to win. So go ahead, Severe. How are we going to win this game?
So hear me out, okay? Hear me out. We lock every single Steelers player in their hotel room, and they can't see. They can't make the game. They have to forfeit. I mean, I actually look. Antonio Pierce, in his tenure as a head coach, I don't believe he's ever lost 2 games in a row. Right?
That's right. That's a true statistic.
And for as flawed of a player as Aidan O'Connell is, he's no more flawed than Gardner Minshew is. And Gardner Minshew was able to beat a Baltimore Ravens team. Now we were a little bit healthier that game. We're at full strength. But I do think that if there's a proper game plan in place, I think we can keep the game close. And as long as we don't turn the ball over, now neither one of these guys have been that great about not turning the ball over this year. I think Aidan was very good last year. And in terms of not turning the ball over, especially down the stretch, I think a large part of that was Those last 5 games or whatever, Zamir White led the league in rushing, and he led the league in yards per carry. And there was a stat on Twitter. I don't know who put it out, but I want to say that in this previous game, when we ran zone, we averaged like 1.8 yards per carry, and we ran power, we averaged like 7 yards per carry. So maybe we need to throw a little more zone into the run game, and I think that maybe that's because you think about Amir Abdullah, right? Amir Abdullah, I want to say he led us in rushing. I want to say he led us in rushing, but 40 of those yards came in like the second quarter on that one run play for like when he went for 40. I think, but he finished the game with like 42 yards. So like 40 of his yards came on one play. But sometimes all you need is one big play. It's gonna probably be a defensive battle. The Steelers don't have a lot of weapons on the outside of Pickens. Freiermuth is pretty solid. I don't trust Justin Fields as a passer. I think he's just a bad player, to be honest with you. And the fact that he's only had 4 touchdowns through 5 games, I want to say, I think that kind of lends itself to that. So if we can keep him from running all over the place, Najee Harris and Jalen Warren, I have both of them on my fantasy team. They both suck this year. The Steelers have not been able to run the ball. The defense is really what's been carrying the day for them. So in a defensive battle, if we can take care of the ball, make some timely throws, maybe get a big play from Brock Bowers or Jacoby Myers, I think this is a game that's there for the taking. Maybe a field goal win, 2017, something like that.
All right. See, I said 24-17. Our guy right here, any Raider boosters, he says 28-14. See, we got believers out there. Jason, we got believers, man. Which, by the way, Drake May is available on our Guillotine League if you want to drop Justin Fields real quick and pick up Drake.
Nah, I gotta see this through. Because really, it sucks. I know that I have to do that, but it's a win-win regardless, because either it'll be successful in fantasy or we win. So, it's a win-win regardless.
That's why I don't like fantasy football, is that I don't want to have any reason to root for anything that's detrimental to my Raiders. No reason.
Believe me, the Raider win trumps everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it comes down to it, I'd rather be guillotine cut. As long as the Raiders win, man, that's all that matters. But
I'm not letting you go, Jason. If I see you near that cut line, man, I'm gonna give you a trade.
I hope so. You gave some love. You've been giving some love,
dude. That's one of the things. Is real quick, Afakazi, because I want you to go on what Severe was saying. But yeah, in Guillotine League again, I appreciate all you guys who've been super positive about it. Shout out to Myra G who paid $200 last week for Amir Abdullah. And I was even thinking, like, why would you do $200 for Amir Abdullah? And he was one of the highest scorers in fantasy football last week. So Myra G, man, she knows how to play her fantasy football. But anyway, one of the things about our league is the trades, right? And the trade is still available. Like, I literally, when I thought Turf was going to get cut, I said, hey, man, I'm going to send you this offer, and it's up to you whether you want to take it. Now, I'm not going to lie. The offer was good for me, but if it's going to keep you alive, then it's good for you. And my offer, Severe, was Jordan Whittington. I was going to give him to Turf, who had 16 points at that time, which would have totally saved Turf, right? And he had to give me AJ Brown. Now, I know you're saying, damn, Angelo, that's kind of wrong. But again, man, I'm either going to bid on AJ Brown because you got cut, or you could stay safe, right? Yeah. Now, Turf, I got to give Turf a shout out for his icy cold veins, because Turf straight up said, nah, man, Xavier Worthy ain't going to cut me. And he won by 3.17 points, man. He was that close to getting cut. But now Turf got Calvin Ridley. He's all good. So anyway, sorry about that, Afakasi. That was some fantasy stuff. And you're absolutely right. That's why I always trade away people that are playing against our Raiders whenever I'm playing fantasy. So go ahead, though, Afakasi.
Sorry, we've gone far away from.
Oh no, sorry, no. I was just saying, from all of the things that Severe was saying about how we can win, aside from his joke of us locking up the Steelers, but is that what you're asking me?
How the keys to win victory?
Yes, yeah, for against the Steelers.
All right. Well, look, I guess it starts with coaching. Coaching needs to be better. I mean, It needs to be better. Period. That's my bottom line.
No, that's valid point. Absolutely.
Short and simple. Coaching needs to be better. I mean, AOC is going to get his start. Can he be? Can he play well enough to get the offense going with his responsibilities? And that's getting the receivers the ball when we're tasked at throwing the ball. We will see. Offensive line, can they do a good enough job protecting AOC, as well as can we open up the run game again? I mean, are we still dead last
in runs?
Run offense? I don't know. I'm pretty sure. I don't think
we're roundabout there, so that needs to be better. Whatever, you know what I mean? Can Madison, play a little bit better, or can we get a little bit more creative with the run game to open up some lanes like we did in that Cleveland game? I don't know. We will see. But I guess for me, it's about like the next men up and the young guys stepping up. We really need these next men up to step up and do a good enough job. I mean, Christian Wilkins, that kills us. That really hurts us. Yeah. Losing Malcolm Kuntz, that really hurts us too. All of a sudden, our defensive line, which was the area of strength, is looking real thin, especially when you take into consideration Max Crosby's playing hurt. You know what I mean? So they did step up in that Cleveland game, but I didn't really notice much from that game last week against Denver. I was pretty underwhelmed by everyone else, other than Crosby trying to do Crosby things. But like I said, he's hurt. But I'm looking at those other guys. You highlighted Nesta. I want Snowden to show up again.
Yeah, Snowden.
I won Tyree. Like I was praising him for his performance against Cleveland, but I don't think he got on the field until the second half against Denver. And when he did, he just
against Denver, he did really good. Max Crosby talked about it, and there was only one time that he got shook. But Tyree,
even about Denver or Cleveland,
on Denver, because I was listening to the Max Crosby show today. And he was saying how, he was shouting out Tyree. And I'm telling you guys, like really, if you watch Raider Alex, shout out to Raider Alex. I know he's not on the chat, but he breaks it down on film and he shows all of the plays that everybody's doing good. And I'm telling you, man, Tyree's coming on. And Afkasi, to make you feel a little bit better, former first round pick or first round, in the first round. I think he was pick number 15. Clavon Chason doesn't look too bad to me either. So we got, everybody's starting to step up, and I still think Adam Butler's pretty awesome. I think Adam Butler's having a good year.
Adam Butler, I'm sold on him, but like with regards to Tyree Wilson, I noticed him in that Cleveland game doing better, and that's all I ask is as a way of just trending upwards and progressing. But at the same time, you still got to make good on that first round draft investment. I don't care what anyone says or how you cook it or you cut it. It just hasn't been good enough so far. Yeah. He still has time. I'm still going to give him a chance, but I don't want an Arden almost key kind of guy. I want a finisher and someone who's going to show up when it needs to be. And, I want that from Tyree in time. You know what I'm saying? And Tyree, if he gets his chance this game, hopefully he can step up. We really need players like him, even in the linebacker room. Like Diablo went down to injury.
Say it, man.
I'm not sold on Eichenberg either. You know what I mean? I prefer Gainer out there. Eichenberg looks slow to me, but a fifth round guy, whatever. But that's another area where I'm looking at, like, besides Spillane, can we get one of these other cats step up and do the job at least a decent enough level to take the pressure off Spillane having to do everything in that linebacker core? You know what I'm saying? So, that's it for me. I want these other guys, not just the household names, but the other guys.
Yeah, the other guys.
One or two of them to step up and emerge. You know what I mean? Like, now that we've got injuries to key positions, now's your time.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm glad you said that. See, that's why I am being positive about it, because I feel like it's kind of like when I go to a UNLV game, right? With UNLV, before the year even started, nobody was talking about them. Everybody was like, UNLV is going to be booty. I was at the Syracuse game last week, and we were ranked 25. We barely lost that in overtime. My whole point, though, is now everybody's talking about UNLV. And it's because it's all of these freshmen, sophomore, junior, and seniors all playing above their potential or up to their potential, right? So it's the same thing with the Raiders. I feel like, can we see Clavon Chasen play up to his potential? Can we see Snowden continue to play up to what his potential is? And you're going to have to ask everybody, because there's no more turning back. It's like, if it's your second year and you're playing, you're either playing to show us that we're keeping you and there's a reason to keep you, or we're going to boot you out of here like Young, like Byron Young.
Can I just say real quickly, like, Byron Young, what did he do? Absolutely nada. But anyways, Clavon Chasen, I mean, I don't have, that much expectation for me. It's like, we picked him up off the street. We didn't spend that first round draft investment on the guy. So if we get anything from him, that's a win. If we get nothing, it is whatever. But I'm not giving that concession to a guy like Tyree Wilson. We spent a first round draft pick specifically in the top 10. You know what I'm saying? I was critical of the Cleve Farrell pick years back, and even Cleve Farrell has done more things than Tyree so far. You know what I'm saying? So it brings back to what I said. No matter how you cook it or how you cut it, it's not even close to the expectation of a first round draft investment so far. You know what I mean? But he has been starting to play better, but I want that to translate into finishes and results. You know what I'm saying? So
no. So I mean, and again, I shout out to Space who is absolutely right. Stu also told us that Tyrone Tracy was going to be awesome from Purdue, and he sure showed it. If you had him at fantasy last week, you should have been happy. So,
I was talking about Tyrone Tracy pre-draft too, so I didn't even know Stu brought
well,
him
why
up
didn't
here.
you pick him up at the he was a free agent, man? Why didn't you get him for $1?
I didn't know he was available. I had my mind. I think somebody had already picked him up.
Well, now they just got picked up today.
They got picked up today. Oh, okay.
Yeah, DFW Viking picked them up. So
okay, I mean, my team is built around wide receivers, so
that's true.
My wide receivers do well. I'm good. I just need.
You're gonna be good, dude. You're gonna be good. I'm gonna be right here to give you a sweet trade if you're near that chop line. So
you're trying to give me Kyler Murray for. You're trying.
Hey man, it's either that or get cut. Is all I'm trying to say.
I've been surviving. I will survive.
So
man, but I agree with Avocasi about Tyree. I mean, I have my criticism of him coming out. I know people were worried about Jalen Carter. I think we like Jalen Carter. I thought he was a generational guy. I said he would be one of the top 5 best of his position within the first 3 years of the league, and he's been, from my brother's an Eagles fan. From what I understand, like Jalen Carter is the real deal, and he's wrecking shop. So Tyree needs to step up, especially in a time like this. You lose a guy like Malcolm Kuntz, you would expect a guy that you drafted in the top 10 at that same position. No excuses of not having the offseason this year. You had a full offseason, and you went to a pass rush summit with some of the best pass rushers in the league. How are you getting beat out by a UDFA journeyman?
Right.
That's so like
just some more transparency on that. Like, look at Brock Bowers this year. You know what I mean? He's come hot out of the gate. That for me is the bullseye with a first round draft investment. That's the ideal scenario. We know that's not
JPJ's a bullseye too, though, and maybe
he's not a first rounder, but yes, so far that brings me to my point. Like when you're drafting in the first round, specifically second round, maybe even the third round, if these guys can come hot out of the gate immediately, that for me is a big win. That's the bullseye. You know what I mean? Yeah. We haven't got that out of Tyree, and I've accepted that, but we need more. You know what I mean? Like to your point, Severe, like to lose snaps to a guy who's a UDFA who's been in the league like maybe 2 or 3 seasons. Like, come on, Tyree. I'm not asking him to be Pro Bowler, All Pro Bowler, get all these sacks, but you just give us something. You know what I mean?
Some people disagree with you, Severe, about the picks for next year.
That's fine.
And then I don't know what severe white means.
That's my son, Cool Kev. You got about 13 minutes till the Wi-Fi cuts off, Cool Kev. So make sure you're in your bed by 11. All right. Make sure you're in the bed by 11. Okay. The homework better be done too.
man, that's
Speaking
funny.
of bedtime, I'm gonna get going.
All
I
right.
got a few things
Cool.
I gotta get
Hey,
to.
Alpha Kasi, thank you
Thanks
so
for having
much.
me on,
Can
man.
you do us a quick solo and shout out your channel so everybody can check you out, please, sir?
Yes, sir. Well, look, my channel's down below. If you want to find me on YouTube, but I'm not going to spend too much time harping on about my channel. How I do want to finish is I just want to say this. This is another roller coaster ride for us Raider faithful, but I guess for better or for worse, we're kind of getting used to it, right? We just got to hold tight and see where it goes. I'm hoping this week we can come out fired up. We can come away with a victory. Aidan O'Connell can put on a performance. All these young cats that we were talking about can step their game up, and things can start looking positive from here on out. So don't care how, don't care why, by any means necessary. Get the job done. Just win, baby. Anyways, gang, I'm out. Win, lose, or tie. Red Nation till I die. All right, let's go.
Sure.
All right.
Thanks, Alpha Kasi. I appreciate you, man. It was very fun to have Alpha Kasi on our show. Check him out on the Alpha Kasi Raider YouTube channel. And what I want to show you, gentlemen, was this, right? So I say we beat Pittsburgh. That's my honest opinion because I said we're going to go 10-7. So I think we beat Pittsburgh. Severe, you could say, you can stick to your guns and think that maybe we won't, but because you're saying we're not going to go.
I picked us to win. I picked us to
No.
win.
Okay, but here, before I do this, overall record, Jason, at the end of the year, how many wins and how many losses do you think we're going to have?
Oh man, I'm gonna still hold strong, man, because we still got a shot because we can even things up here. Oh goodness, 9-8. I was gonna
Okay,
say,
9-8. All right, Severe. What are you saying? And be truthful, man. You could be Red Hat Severe, but what do you really think we're gonna have?
So before the year, I picked us to be 10-7, no matter who the quarterback was, right? Whether it was Aidan, whether it was Gardner, because I was expecting this defense to carry us. This defense is now banged up. So I'm going to probably go to 6-11.
Okay, 6-11. All right, so Jason's 8-9. Severe 9-8. Sorry, Jason is 9-8.
8, 9, 9-8. It's gonna be something,
You got to pick. So you're saying 8-9.
No, I'm gonna say 9-8 because there's a chance the playoffs with 9-8.
Okay, so Jason's saying we're gonna match what we did last year. RNJ is saying 9-8, just like we did last year. Severe saying we're gonna get a high draft pick at 6-11. What's that gonna get us? A top 10 if we're 6-11?
Should be, yeah.
Okay. All right. So you're gonna get your quarterback, the one you want your Bo Callahan. That's what
I want Cam Moore more than anybody, but Cam Moore he might end up being the number one guy. He might end up being the number one guy.
Okay. All right.
If he keeps doing what he's doing, he'll be the number one guy.
Okay. So, but Severe is saying 6-11. I'm saying 10-7. So, do all three of us agree that the Pittsburgh Steelers we will win this game? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. Jason.
See, that was a hard swallow, man. Like that's it's
well, he said 6-11, so he's already at 3-3 by saying yes right here.
Yeah.
Okay, Jason, you're saying we're winning, right?
Let's do it, man. Just win,
okay.
Baby.
All right, you better pick up Drake May, man, and drop just
nah, because even when we win, we're gonna still give up 8 touchdowns.
Okay.
Because that's what I'm saying. We always have those come out games, like whoever it is. Like I said with Bo Nix, I called it. I was like, Bo Nix is gonna have one of his best, and I think it was the second best game. But still, it was like, man, it's always us, always.
No. All right. Check it out. Okay. So we go 3-3. We win. These next 2 back-to-back games right here could either swing us to what Severe is saying, 6-11. Or to what I'm saying, which is 10-7. I believe that after we beat the Pittsburgh Steelers, the black hole is going to awaken. Everybody's going to be pumped. They're going to be all jazzed about Aidan O'Connell and how the rookies are playing, and the line's going to overperform. And then LA is going to get blacked out. It's going to be blackout 2 at SoFi against the Rams, and we're going to beat the Rams at SoFi. Severe, what are we doing against the Rams?
God, I hate the Rams for so much, man. I hate the Rams so much, man. Damn. I'm gonna say we win it. I'm gonna say we win 2-game win streak. I'm gonna say we win it.
Thank you. Okay, you're already at 4-3. Just
2-game win streak, and the Aidan fans are putting him into the Hall of Fame already. It's good. They've started the GoFundMe to start his bust. He has. They got a gold jacket tailored for him, and he's already. We never won. We've never won at SoFi, for as far as I know. So, but it's also we're due because the Broncos beat us, and they hadn't beat us since 2019. That streak came to an end. I think it's time for us to end our. And I just hate the Rams. I have a cousin that's a Rams fan, and I hate them so much. So I cannot pick. I cannot. My soul will not allow me to pick the Rams to win that game.
All right, just keep in mind, Severe, you're now at 4-3. So I'd say win. We're at 4-3. Jason, are we beating the Rams or not?
I mean, so on paper, right? You would see, okay, no Puka Nacua, no
Cooper Kupp.
No Cooper Kupp. You know what I'm saying? No problem, right? We lose to the Rams.
Okay. So Jason has us at 3-4. Okay. That's all right.
Tutu Atwell goes for 8 touchdowns, 500 yards.
You got Tutu Atwell on your fantasy team?
No, I almost picked him up too, but I think he got hurt. Really, I think he, if I'm not mistaken, he got hurt. If I'm not mistaken, but
okay, all right, okay. So Jason's got us at 3-4. Me and Severe got us at 4-3. Here's the big one, Severe. Wow. I believe we're gonna go on a 3-game winning streak, and if the 49ers don't fucking do it, and I really hope they do next week when they come back from the bye week, that the 49ers will be the one to give them an L. But if they are still undefeated when they come to Allegiant in our house, we're the one that's going to make that O go. Because remember what Max Crosby said last year? It's even sweeter when you're the one that takes it away from them. That's the goal. So I think we're going to be on a 3-game winning streak. I have us at 5-3. We're going to beat Kansas at home. Severe, what say you?
It's a loss, man. That's a loss. That's a loss, bro. That's a loss.
So 4-4.
That's it.
And the Kansas City Chiefs, they remember us beating them on Christmas Day. They remember Jack Jones acting like he was gonna give the ball to the kid and yanking it back. We've never beat the Chiefs in Allegiant, rather. We've never beat them in Allegiant.
We almost did last year, man, and then the second half happened.
We've only beat them at Arrowhead. So
all right, okay. So Severe got us at 4-4. I got us at 5-3. Go ahead, Jason. Just say what you want to say about us.
You already know what time it is, bro.
You know, before Severe said
Travis
that,
Kelce goes for 8 touchdowns.
I was trying to be like, you know what? This is the type of games we win. You know what I'm saying? We lose to the Rams, and then we're going to turn right back around and smack them Chiefs.
Okay, 4-4.
Severe made a damn good point. And, I mean, I see, but to be honest, I feel more confident about this game than I do against the Steelers. For some reason, we play Kansas City pretty tough. Like, I don't know what it is. We rise. But see, like how we start off, like the last few times we've been up and we just melt away like we always do. You know what I'm saying? It's like we start off fast and then we forget to take it off autopilot and keep that foot on the pedal, man. Like, I don't know what it is, but I see us, because I think we hate them so much. Like, really, like literally,
say it with me, Jason.
Hate them so much that I think that fire. If we
Jason gonna be like, with all that being said, we still lose. Right?
we lose by 17. But no, but like if we played with the fire that we like when we beat, you know what I'm saying, like when we beat the Browns, like it was ugly, but we did what we had to do. And I don't know why we think every game is going to be pretty, because it's like the things that you do to get these wins, continue that in life. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's like you think other teams are lucky enough to win pretty. We're not. We're the Raiders. It's going to look ugly. But, you know what I mean? We're going to have to always do more than the next team. You know what I mean? That's why Mahomes, I mean, to be honest, just the competition of their quarterback versus ours, that's an L. You know what I'm saying? Mahomes.
All right. So you're saying we're going to lose. You're
We lose by
saying
21. We lose by 21.
so back-to-back losses.
Bro,
is what you're saying,
Bo Nix carved this up.
Yeah.
Bo
Jason,
Nix.
Is it a win or a loss? What are you saying?
I'm gonna say win. I'm gonna say we.
All
sleep.
right, Jason.
We sleep like by like
Jason,
a field,
bro,
like somehow
okay,
a field goal gets us a win somehow.
All right, so Jason says we win, so we're at 4-4.
Unless that field goal leases to, like, let's just 3-0. That's the only way I see us winning. Let's just 3-0. That's the only way a field goal gonna get us a win.
Yeah,
all right, so Severe's got us at 4-4.
Yeah.
Jason's got us at 4-4. We reeled them back in, and I got us at 5-3. The Cincinnati Bengals at Cincinnati. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, even though Joe Burrow is hurting at 1-4, and I don't know what his record's gonna be by the time he plays us in Cincinnati, but we are losing to Cool Joe, man. I saw that guy damn near beat the Ravens to death, and his holder couldn't hold the ball for his kicker. So you want to talk about a crazy good offense, man? I mean, the only reason why Raider Rundown's still alive in our league, he don't even be making no changes, is because he got Jamar Chase, man. Like, Jamar Chase be scoring 60 on his own at fantasy. So I say we lose, which brings me to 5-4. What say you, Severe, at 4-4? Do we beat the Bengals or do we lose?
Yeah, man. T. Higgins and Jamar Chase have 8 touchdowns each. Mike Gesicki points out Mike Gesicki puts in 2 touchdowns. We lose by 55 points.
I mean, it's pretty bad, dude. It's gonna be pretty bad. How about Jason? What do you think, man? You picking up fantasy players for the Bengals?
Shit, I don't know. Nobody giving up Chase or
Week 10 at loss as well.
Yeah.
Hey, man, Rundown might be cut by then.
I see us winning that game, actually.
Get the hell out of here. How do you see us winning against the Bengals?
How do you have us losing to the Rams with being the Chiefs and the Bengals, bro?
That's what we do. We always beat the teams where, you know what I mean, we're not supposed to beat.
That is part of that is
an away game.
We do that though.
Yeah, it's like, but I don't see the Bengals as that raw. I mean, what do they want?
Dude, they score. Joe Burrow threw for 509 yards.
Yeah, but man, I mean, what are they, like 1-4? Like,
but they're it's like
they've had some bad breaks though. They got some
bad breaks,
the Chiefs, they should have beat the Chiefs. It's another game. It's another game that they got screwed out of too. They could have easily, their record could easily be completely flipped. Actually,
yeah, they could be 4-1.
Yeah, easy.
Hey, ours too. If Minshew didn't throw a damn pick 6,
come on, man.
I'm still burnt about.
Are you saying we win or we lose against the Bengals?
We win. We beat Joe.
Okay, so if you say that, you're now at 5-4, like me.
We're on pace.
Okay, but then Severe is saying we lost, so he's at 4-5.
We lose week 10 as well.
With the bye week. No. Here's my point about the bye week, gentlemen. Everybody gets some nice rest. That body starts to heal. The rookies get more learning. A learning curve gets better. And we see good old Miami week 11. And this is what I'm saying, y'all. Miami, until they fix that quarterback problem, is an easy dub. We beaten Miami. We beaten Miami in Miami.
We've
Everybody
lost
go to Miami.
Every single Miami quarterback, no matter who it was, besides that 1 year where we won 3 in a row. But like every time, I remember it was what's his name? That played for the Titans.
Ryan Tannehill.
Tannehill.
Yeah, Tannehill. Tua. We got smacked by some. What's his face? Goodness, what's Fitzgerald? We got smacked by Fitzgerald.
Fitzpatrick.
There you go.
Yeah, Fitzpatrick. Yeah.
Yeah, like, man.
We're not losing to the Miami Dolphins with Skylar Thompson or Tyler Huntley, man. Come on.
Yeah. So Devin A. Chain runs for 182 yards. And we lose that game too.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Devin A.
Severe
Chain
is
runs
at
for
4-6
182
now.
yards, and Skylar
Okay.
Thompson passes for 82. And
Tua
we
might be back
lose.
by then.
He not
Okay,
gonna Tua might not be back in 10 years from now. Tua might never play again. So
Yeah, Tua might
yeah.
never play again. Okay, so Severe's got us at 4-6 at this point. I got us at 6-4. Come on, Jason, come with me, dude. We beat Miami.
Damn. I mean, just from our track record, you know what I'm saying? We don't go to the East Coast. Or we don't go to Miami well at all. That's an early game too. Damn.
Come on, man. You know you want to say win.
I mean, I want to. I would love to. But you know, I'm starting to be more realistic, man, in life, man. Cause like I'm tired of lying to myself. I'm tired of lying to the people.
Man, keep it real with yourself, man.
You know,
keep
like
it real with yourself.
This is
It's
like
so tough
Severe.
because I wanna
Severe's
say
like the
tough.
devil, and I'm like the angel, bro. And on your shoulders.
It's ain't nothing wrong with saying it, Jason. Ain't nobody gonna be mad at you, man. Ain't nobody gonna be mad at you.
Who's taking Tyreek?
It's just,
Who's going to
exactly
Tyreek?
who taking
Ain't
Reed?
nobody throwing to Tyree.
Who taking Jalen Waddle? Who?
I mean, all they got to do is get Tyreek the ball. They could just like
Devin A. Chain. Devin A. Chain gonna go crazy. They got Rasheem Mostert. Like,
yeah,
it's all right, bro. It's okay to say it. It's all
Yeah,
right.
hey.
You're in a safe place, Jason. Okay, you can say what you want to say. It's all
Severe
good, brother.
always brings me to, you know what I mean? Because like, yeah, we don't do good with fast backs. So I'm gonna say that's an L. That's an L right there.
Okay, all right, okay. So you're all right.
Oh, you,
so
you hater. Yeah, I knew I'd get you to say it, you hater. You hate the Raiders. I knew I'd get you. Yeah, I was tricking you, you hater.
He said, "I got you."
How dare you pick against us?
So all right, so Jason,
like-
you got to remember, you're now at 5-5, bro. You're at 5-5. Severe's keeping on pace with what he's saying. He's at 4-6. I'm keeping on pace with what I'm saying, y'all. I'm at 6-4. All right, 6-4. Here we go. We are definitely beating the Broncos at Allegiant Stadium. I'm gonna try to see if I can go to that Thanksgiving weekend game. We are definitely 100% beating the hell out of Bo Nix. We are 100% kicking Sean Payton in the teeth, man. We're beating the Broncos. I'm now at 7-4. Severe, what are we doing at home against the Broncos week 12?
Week 12. I got that as a win. I got that
Yes.
as a win. I think we come back. You know, that left the nasty taste in our mouth losing the way we did. I think the whole team's gonna be amped up for it. Especially it was. I'm pretty sure it was some jawing going on the field. The players ain't gonna take too kindly to that. You know, the guys rally around it. Rally around Aidan. I think Aidan has a pretty good game this game. Goes for 250 plus, and we win that game.
All right, so now you're at 5-6. I'm at 7-4. You're at 5-6. Jason, are we beating the Donkeys at Allegiant?
Well, I mean, you know, Bo Nix is a hell of a hell no. We smacking them donkeys, boy.
Yeah, see? All right.
Yeah,
so Jason is now at 6-5. I'm at 7-4. And good old Severe came back up to 5-6. I think your prediction's about to change, Severe. I think it's about to change. You already at 5-6, man. You're already at 5-6. All right. Kansas City and Kansas.
It's only 5 weeks left. It's not.
I know. Kansas City and Kansas. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. I know we smacked them last year at Christmas. We ain't doing an Arrowhead this time. We're gonna lose. It'll probably be pretty bad, unfortunately. So I got us at 7-5. Severe, what's gonna happen in Kansas?
Yeah, I think everybody in the crowd is gonna have a Patrick Mahomes puppet, and Patrick Mahomes is gonna go crazy, and he's gonna throw for 520. No, Patrick Mahomes has a think. I don't think he has a big game, but I think they win. They do what the Panthers usually do, and I mean not the Panthers, but what the Chiefs usually do. That they play keep away. Travis Kelce has a pretty big game. Xavier Worthy has at least one long touchdown, and they beat us. We struggle offensively as well.
So Severe's saying now Severe's at 5-7. I'm at 7-5. All right, Jason, are you joining me or are you joining Severe?
I mean, we get that dub, man. You know, we finally, because it's kind of like
we're gonna beat Kansas twice this year, is what you're saying.
We're so unorthodox of how we do things that it's gonna throw off the Chiefs of just how different we play than everybody else has been playing.
It's almost like we're trying not to score points, right? Like we're unorthodox.
It's kind of
like trying not to score touchdowns.
And it's something crazy that, like, because teams kind of stumble. Well, I don't know about stumble when they come to us, but it's difficult to kind of pick up what we do because we don't really do anything really well. We do a couple things good here and there, but we don't really. There's nothing consistent. Like name one thing we do consistently.
Lose.
Yeah, we could punt. We could punt. We could punt with the best of them. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's sad. Like, that's the only thing we can say we do.
We're not playing football. We're playing sarcastic ball. We're not,
yeah.
Are you saying we're gonna win? Are you coming to 7-5 with me, or what are you saying? Are we? Losing?
Oh yeah, we're gonna win. We're gonna beat the Chiefs, man.
All right. So see, Jason's right back up with me. Then he's 7-5. I'm 7-5. Severe's the only one that's 5-7 right now. All right. Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the fake Raiders. We beaten the Buccaneers, y'all. We beaten Baker Mayfield. We send his ass back to State Farm or whatever his commercial was, Progressive Insurance.
He's whatever it was.
Like he's gonna be the guy that he just dressed up as. That's the type of quarterback he's gonna be against us. So we're beating Tampa. I got us at 8-5. Severe. Are we beating Tampa in Tampa?
And you know what? I think if we play the Bucs that Sunday, 10 a.m., I think we win that game.
Really?
But we're playing the Buccaneers, not the Bucs. The Bucs are a basketball team, so I think we lose to the Buccaneers.
so we beat Giannis, but
I think Chris Godwin is going to go insane in that game. Oh my God! And Bucky Irving. Oh my goodness! Yeah. Baker Mayfield beat us on a 2-day notice.
Yeah.
You think he ain't gonna beat us with all of the team depleted? You think he ain't about to beat us with a healthy Chris Godwin, Mike Evans, and Bucky Irving playing well? Oh, bro, they about to put all kind of hands on us that day. It's gonna get. It's in Tampa Bay too, and it's like, and they're gonna be playing for the hurricane victims. Oh my goodness, it's gonna be
hurricane victims.
It's gonna be bad, bro. They're gonna put a hurricane on us.
Okay, so
Hurricane Carter is on that's for Angelo. Starring Baker Mayfield.
No, that's good, man. That's good. All right, so Severe's keeping on pace. He's got us at 5-8 now, y'all. I got us at 8-5, keeping the positivity. All right, Jason, you're at 7-5 right now. You're the Raiders. Do you beat Tampa or do you lose?
We get smacked by the Bucs. Like they're lightweight strapped. Like they got a cool squad. I mean, you got Mike Evans on one side. You got good.
Chris Godwin's been crazy at fantasy, man. He's crazy.
Yeah.
All right. So you're at 7-6.
That's why.
I really do. You know, seriously I think we just get outplayed by Baker. I think Baker kind of he can keep the offense going a lot better than our squad can. For now.
Okay. All right. Okay. So Jason's at 7-6. I'm at 8-5, and Severe's keeping on pace at 5-8. Here you go, y'all. This is the big ones. The Atlanta Falcons, and we play them. I believe this game is not in Atlanta. I believe this is at home.
Yeah.
Is it at home? I'm trying to see.
It's at home.
Okay. Yeah. It's at home because we this is back-to-back home games. All right. So remember how I said we're at 8-5? I'm sorry, y'all, man. Drake London, who I really wanted, but Severe beat me on the bid.
I spent all my money
Drake
on that.
London, I'm a believer. Kyle Pitts is coming on. I love Bijan Robinson. That's why I spent $502 on Fab money on Bijan Robinson today because I was not about to let anybody get him.
He's gonna sprain his ankle this week. No,
yeah, Bijan. Yeah, thank you, man. Hey, you know what does suck though? For real, on another one of my leagues, I spent 201 on Michael Pittman, and then they just said he's not playing for multiple weeks, so whatever. But anyway, I'm sorry to say, guys, at home we're gonna lose to the Atlanta Falcons. Kirk Cousins is about to go off on us. I got us at 8-6. Severe, what do you think the Falcons are gonna do at Allegiant?
I think the Falcons are going to score 72 points against us. I think Kirk Cousins is going to have another 500-yard game. I think Bijan Robinson, he might be the first player ever to have 200 yards receiving and 200 yards rushing in the same game. Kyle Pitts hearing all this stuff about tight ends, I think he's going to go crazy. Drake London, he's going to have a monster game. They might even throw Michael Penix in the game the second half just to stun on us, just to see like this is the player y'all could have had and we swooped him from you, and he might throw for 3 tubs. So I think it's gonna get. I think it's gonna get
relief. Hey, 3 touchdowns in relief in the fourth.
He might go. I think it's gonna get. I mean, their team. I mean, first of all, their team is coached very, very well. Raheem Morris is doing a hell of a job. Their defense is real good. They have Jesse Bates, one of the better safeties in the league. Drake London's coming on. Kyle Pitts is coming on as well. We saw what Kirk Cousins.
Don't forget about Justin Simmons now. Justin
Simmons. I mean, Bijan Robinson is a weapon. But to Algier as well, man. Algier is a hell of a back too, man. So it's like, yeah, they got weapons all over the place, man. So
all right. So Severe got us at 5-9. I got us at 8-6. Come on, Jason. What's gonna happen against Atlanta?
I'm gonna say that's a win, man. I'm gonna say somehow, some way. No,
wow. You're gonna come back up to 8-6 because you
now, Jason. We just talked about being real.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, let me take that back.
Come on now.
My bad. I was trying. Yeah, we can. Man.
I have to be the voice of reason sometimes. I gotta be the voice of reason.
Kirk Cousins, that's Kirk O'Chains, man.
Yeah, man.
You can't count him out. And I feel like he's got the team around him. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, he's got Algier. I know about Algier. Algier was one of my riders on my fantasy squad, man. Kept me alive.
And you dropped him like a bad habit this week.
He fell off, man. You only got 1 week. You know what I'm saying? So.
Man, you got it like that. You need to be GM for the Raiders. Then if you got enough room to just drop Algier.
Man, sometimes I swear people, you know what I mean? Like it's like we know what our team needs, but it's like they don't listen. It's like they really don't listen. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, but that's another story.
You're saying we're at 7-7 right now. 7-7. I'm saying we're at 8-6. And Severe's at 5-9.
Yeah.
That 8-6 would be so nice though around this time because it would be on.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But you're saying we're going to be 7-7. Trader?
I think it's cool. I mean, I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm dead wrong.
All right. No, that's all right. Okay, now here's my whole thing. I just said we lost to Atlanta. Hell no, we're not losing to Jacksonville at home, man. Trevor Lawrence is about as good as Gardner Minshew. We ain't losing to Trevor Lawrence, man. So I got us at a dub. So listen good, y'all. If you're still here, I'm at 9-6 already. 9-6, baby. 9-6.
Man,
Go ahead, Severe.
I don't know what. I don't know what. We're losing this game too, man. Unfortunately, Brian Thomas, he is really turning into one of the better young receivers in the league. He had a crazy game last game.
No, he's hella good, dude.
Trevor
he's
Lawrence,
also one of the people that's saving Raider Rundown.
Yeah, Trevor Lawrence he is turning it on at the right time for his team. I think they'll have. I think Travis Etienne will be healthy by then. Evan Ingram is a monster at tight end.
Tank Bigsby, dude. Tank
Bigsby is balling too. Yeah, I think we lose that game, man.
All right, so you got us at 5-10. Severe, Red Hat Severe's coming back. I know Brian's like Angelo's high as fuck. All right, no, go ahead, Jason. So Severe's got us at 5-10. I got us at 9-6. What do you say, Jason?
I got this as a win.
See, Jason came right back.
In fact,
Right,
I'm gonna say,
Jason?
you're right. I'll wait. I'm gonna say.
No, go ahead.
No, because we'll play it out. We'll play it out. But yeah, I see this as a win because I feel
Okay.
like they're struggling right now, and I feel like I really don't know what it is with Jacksonville because really on paper it looks like they have a good squad, but then you wouldn't think that they would be going through what they're going through. But that's football. That's the NFL. But
all right. Okay. No. But you got us.
Like,
you got us at 8-7 though.
I feel like we're if it makes sense that we're a little bit deeper of a squad. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. I think our just being unpredictable kind of will help us in that case too, because we're not really familiar with them as much. You know what I'm saying? We don't really play them a lot, but the quarterback situation, because by that time, week 16, AOC or whoever's the quarterback at that time should be a little bit better with the offense. So I don't know.
All right.
Check out. But I see
it.
overall.
8-7. Okay.
Overall,
so I got us at 9-6 at this point. Severe's staying strong, and he's got us at 5-10 already. We're about to get a first round for one of them quarterbacks that he wants. We're at 5-10, and Jason swung back, and he's at 8-7 now. All right. Okay, Jason, the Saints. Okay, now here's where I'm at. I'm sorry. It doesn't matter if it's Derek Carr or Spencer Rattler, man. We ain't beating the Saints. The Saints are actually better than and I'll say this. This is the reason why we ain't beating the Saints, because Talisi Fuaga is that guy. He's that good, man. He is that good. He's the reason why people don't be getting touched. It wasn't his fault that Derek Carr got hit. It was some other dude on the other side. So we're losing New Orleans, New Year's. Y'all are gonna have a bad New Year's if you go to New Orleans.
I'm have a good New Year's either way, baby. You know what I mean? Look, don't get it twisted. If I'm in New Orleans on New Year's, my New Year's gonna be A-okay.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah. So I got us now at 8-7 or 9. My bad. 9-7. I got us at 9-7. What say you, Severe? Just go ahead and say it.
Yeah, I think I don't care if it's Jake Hayner or Spencer Rattler. It'll be very poetic if Spencer Rattler goes out there and beats us. Especially since with as bad as Eichenberger's been, Spencer Rattler goes out there and beats us. But yeah, I got us losing to the Saints. I think they just have too many weapons. Chris Olave, Rashid Shaheed, Taysom Hill, Alvin Kamara. I mean, they just have weapons on.
They got weapons, dude. They're good. They're good. All right. So
I got us losing that game.
Severe got us at 5-11. I got us at 9 is it 9-7? Yeah. No, wait. What am I saying? We're at 9 and you got us at 5-11. I got us at 9-6 at this point. Yeah, 9. Is that right? 9-6 or 9-7? I know I got us 9 wins.
Yeah, 9-7.
Yeah, 9-7. All right, so I'm at 9-7. You're at 5-11. Go ahead, Jason. You're at 8-7 right now.
Max Crosby would never let us lose to Derek Carr.
Okay, I like that attitude.
Like he would, if Max is in that game, healthy, we win that game. You know what I mean? Like I feel like it will be DC by that time. You know what I'm saying? Like unless Rattler's crazy good, you know what I mean? But I think by that time, yeah, DC, probably will be back because it's destiny, man. We have to have DC in that game.
All right,
we're gonna put to bed the whole beef because for everybody, it puts to bed the whole beef of who who's right, who's wrong, who should have stayed, who should have left, who all this kind of stuff, man. It shows us. So don't be surprised if it's a tie. You know what I'm saying? I'm calling it now. It's gonna be a tie.
But you're saying we're winning.
No, I said it's gonna be a tie. I'm gonna call it tie.
Okay, so you're gonna be at 8-7-1.
The most
You
are. Come on, man. Pick one.
Hey, it would be perfect because nobody would, of course, no side would win. Wi-Fi would be pissed. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the thing. I was watching like his last stream or whatever, and like it was disgusting. Like he might as well just hang up your Raider flag, man. Like you're a full blown Saints fan. You know what I'm saying? Like it's crazy. Like
yeah, man.
Yeah.
But
Can't serve two masters, man. Like, you know what I'm saying?
yes. Hey, if you were betting like in a boxing match, I forgot
if you're betting
the odds on the tie. Oh, you can get some sweet odds on the draw, but yeah, man, I don't think.
All right, so but Jason, you're gonna stick to the
No,
tie.
but if I have to pick a win, it's us for sure because I don't see.
Okay, so right now, just so that you know, bro, you're at 8-7. You're at,
I'm on pace.
Or no, is he at 8-7? Did I mess that up?
He had to be 9 and.
I called 9 right, 9 and 8, right? So I would have to.
Yeah. No, you would be at 9. You'd be at
9 and 7 right now because one more game left.
Yeah, you're with me. You're at 9 and 7 then.
Yeah.
So no. You were one behind me. So you're no, you are. Yeah, you're right. You are at 9 and 7.
Yeah.
So no, man, that can't be right because you're about to say that we're going to lose to the Chargers. First of all, I'm going to say we're going to beat the Chargers at Allegiant revenge game. That's how I got to 10 and 7. Severe.
Yeah, I got us at 5-11, and I said we're going to go 6-11. So I got us beating the Chargers in the Injury Bowl. I think both teams are extremely banged up by this time. Not a lot of healthy players on either side. I think neither one of these teams are playing for anything but pride. We're at home against the Chargers. I think Antonio Pierce wants to go out with a bang, and we win the game, and then we end up missing out on the quarterback because we win a meaningless game at the end of the year against the Chargers. So that's how it usually works out. We miss we win a meaningless game, and it puts us out of a position to draft the quarterback we want.
He said, "Was it 8-9?"
Wait, we're at 6 and 11. So I said 10 and 7, which I ended up right. I proved the theory. Severe said 6 and 11. So see, Jason, you ended up swinging around because I know you're not about to say we're losing to the Chargers, dude. I know you're not about to say that.
They'll put peer pressure on this man. Go ahead and do your thing, Jason.
But seriously, why would we beat them?
Try to put peer pressure on this man. Go ahead, make your pick. This man already chose a tie. You try to talk him out of a tie already. Now you try to talk him out of it.
But realistically, why would it be so, that we beat the Chargers? Like, why?
Yeah, man, it's gonna be another tie. Oh, he'll go.
No. I'm just saying, like, but being real, like, how do we expect to beat the Chargers? Like, we expected to beat them at the beginning of the season. I don't know how. You know what I mean? We were just kind of writing them off. Like, they have a quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Even though a lot of people don't like who he is or whatever he is, but I mean, he's a good quarterback.
Jason, you got us to 9, 5, and 2. All right, you go ahead. Say it. You got us
this is Snyder says you got us with 2 ties, man.
We're losing that game.
Okay, so that's just so that you keep your record, man. You don't.
No,
really
I mean, it's because why? Seriously, why would we beat the Chargers? Why do we think we're better than the Chargers?
Because we are better than the Chargers.
How?
Me and Severe just said we're better than the Chargers.
We talked about this earlier.
I said we beat the Chargers.
What do we do? What do we do well?
Lose. We made this clear already.
Yeah, we punt well. Punting doesn't.
Hey, AJ Cole.
That's true. Our special teams.
AJ Cole has been our best player this year. Okay, AJ Cole has been like, hey, sorry, Max Crosby,
MVP, bro.
Apologies to Christian Wilkins. Yeah. Move out of the way, Devontae. No, Brock Bowers. AJ Cole and Brock Bowers have been our best players.
That's
been
true.
Our best players.
AJ Cole needs to get the Walter Payton Award.
If only AJ Cole could punt the ball to Brock Bowers for touchdowns.
We lose. Hey, we lose with the best of them. We be finding new ways to lose, bro. When it comes to losing, we got this shit on lock, bro.
When does it stop? You know what I'm saying? That's the thing. It's like we've been going through this, and we're like, okay, it's gonna stop at some point. You know what I mean? But
no.
The hits keep coming.
No, we be finding ways to lose games, bro. We lose games on missed field goals by other teams that we get penalties on and let them re-kick it and then they make it. Like that's the type of stupid stuff we do. We get leverage penalties.
I started looking at the refs. I was like, they're paying these refs because it's just like even though they're legit penalties, those refs just look funny, man. Like I swear. And it's like the timing of our penalties. Sometimes it's not most of the time it was the quantity of our penalties, but now it's been the timing of our penalties. Because that
So now you're saying it's the quality. It's
man,
it's the quality of the penalty.
you
All
know,
right.
you know.
Hey,
Tough.
first of all, I want to thank both of you guys, man. You held it down for 2 hours. I really appreciate it, guys. I appreciate you both. I appreciate your energy on Guillotine too. I really love it. And like I said, I promise y'all, if I see any one of you near that cut line, I'm gonna do with you what I did with Turf. I'm gonna be like, listen, man, I want you to keep playing, but I can't just get a garbage. So I'm gonna give you this dude, but you gotta give me this
shrewd businessman.
Yeah, I'm just a businessman, man. I'm just being a businessman. So I would hope that, hey, by the way, because I got a lot of players on injury, but they're A-list players. I would hope you do the same for me. If you see me about to get cut, you could be like, I'll give you this dude, but you got to give me Kyler Murray. So, but anyways, guys, thanks, gentlemen. I appreciate you. You held it down. Thanks, Raider Nation Jason. I appreciate you, bro. Check them out, Raider Nation Jason channel. Severe Raider is the SAS Stephen A. Smith of Raider content. This guy's everywhere right now. He's at the 50-50 show on Tuesdays, Around the Shield on Fridays. You got to check him out at the Severe Raider YouTube channel. Severe, I appreciate you. You know we got to get together after this fight weekend, man. So you better watch it. It starts at 9 a.m. on the Zone Saturday. Okay,
I should be able to watch it. My son's game should be over around 9 a.m.
Okay, good. And then ESPN Plus, Bevo better be of y'all free to everyone in America. Bevo better be best fight of the year. That's at 3 p.m. Pacific time. So thanks, gentlemen. Appreciate you both. I'm gonna close it out. Peace, everybody.
Jason said the fight's ending in a tie.
Hey, nah.
Y'all lost your minds. Thanks, guys. Thank you.